The Ocean Station program began shortly before World War II. By international agreement, 12 such stations are operated. The United States mans 6, 4 in the Atlantic Ocean and 2 in the Pacific. Our commitment is met by 26 major Coast Guard cutters and 3,700 officers and men. The Owasco class, 255 feet long, 2,000 tons. The Casco class, 311 feet long, of 2,100 tons. And Secretary class, 327 feet long, of 2,200 tons, are the types of Coast Guard cutters which man the ocean stations. These stations are maintained in good weather and bad and manned by Coast Guard vessels for a period of 21 days before being relieved. Average en route time to or from stations is 7 days in such weather and seas, when an ocean station can be 44,000 square miles of bad weather. Except to participate in a search and rescue mission, it is rare for such ships to leave station. Normally, they cruise in a 10-mile square area. The missions of the ocean station vessels are to collect and transmit meteorological information to the U.S. Weather Bureau, to en route aircraft, and to service vessels, to maintain a state of readiness, to perform search and rescue missions, to provide vessels and aircraft with aids to navigation information, and to collect, collate, and transmit synoptic oceanographic data. In a joint program with the Oceanographic Office, ocean station vessels en route to and from and while on station make frequent bathythermographic observations daily. A slide placed in the bathythermograph is lowered to a predetermined depth. These observations are of extreme importance to our increased knowledge of the ocean's inner space, both for a general increase in scientific knowledge and in the interest of national defense. After the instrument has been recovered aboard ship, the smoked slide is removed and the stylus's trace on the slide permits interpretation for readings of pressure and temperature. While the ships are on station, plankton samplings are taken from time to time, providing information regarding the ocean's food supplies. The accumulation of meteorological information is the primary mission of the ocean station vessel. Personnel of the U.S. Weather Bureau release a large weather balloon which is electronically configured to transmit upper air data to the ship. Interpretation of these data permits the ocean station to provide accurate and current upper air information to passing aircraft and assist in forecasting of world weather patterns. Transoceanic aircraft often ask ocean station vessels for navigational checks and upper air information. The ocean station vessel's beacon is turned on for the plane, and she is carefully tracked by the ship's radar. An accurate position can thus be provided the plane, and she can be informed of the upper air winds at her flight altitude. Every day, hundreds of such advices are provided to airlines of every nation, increasing the safety of the planes and their passengers. A high state of military readiness must be maintained. General Quarters sends the crew to their battle stations on the double. Anti-submarine warfare drills maintain the cutter's proficiency in her wartime role as a convoy escort. Frequent gunnery exercises are conducted to ensure a combat-ready capability. When weather permits, lifeboat drills provide the crew training so necessary in small boat handling when emergencies occur. When an urgent call comes from a merchant ship with an injured man aboard, the ocean station vessel responds. A lifeboat may be sent to remove the injured man from the merchant vessel and take him to medical assistance aboard the ocean station vessel. The cutters on the more remote ocean stations carry public health service doctors for just such eventualities. Or, on very short notice, the ship's boats may be needed to rescue survivors from a ditched aircraft. Through good fortune and good management, we have never lost a survivor from such ditchings. An SOS may take the ocean station vessel from her normal patrol duties. Hundreds of such responses on errands of mercy are made each year by the cutters. In this case, a ship has lost her rudder. The Coast Guard cutter maneuvers to take the damaged ship in tow in heavy swells. She will tow the vessel to a rendezvous arranged with a commercial tug that will then take her safely to the nearest port. The job accomplished, the cutter returns to her patrol area to finish out the long patrol period. After a month of such rigorous duty, the arrival of the relief ship is a welcome sight. If weather permits, mail and movies will be exchanged, together with an exchange of navigational information, and so the cycle continues. But the newly arrived cutter can expect her full share of labor, too. When suddenly it happens, the crackle of the SOS, and the cutter has another rendezvous with danger. This time, a freighter on the verge of foundering and a crew that is waiting to be rescued put to the severest tests the training and seamanship of the rescue vessel. The last survivor is finally brought on board, satisfying proof of the Coast Guard's motto, Semper Paratus, always ready, in the service of the country and humanity.